Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make the most delicious rajas con queso y frijoles de la olla. So if you want to learn how to make this delicious comfort meal, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so let's get started with our ingredients. So for the recipe we're going to need 5 poblano or hash peppers, chiles serranos or jalapenos, 3 Roma tomatoes, 1 small white onion, 4 garlic cloves, 1.5 pounds of pinto beans, 12 ounces of queso Oaxaca or Monterey Jack, along with all of our spices. Okay, so these are ingredients. Now let's get started. Alright guys, so we're going to begin by cleaning our beans. So here you just want to remove any broken beans or little rocks. But once you have them, transfer them to a fine mesh strainer and just make sure to clean all of your beans. Okay, so once we have cleaned our beans, we're going to give them a quick rinse. Now transfer them to the pressure cooker along with 2 garlic cloves, 1 jalapeno, 1/4 of an onion, salt, black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of oregano, and ground cumin. Now we're just going to cover them with water all the way to the max line. That will be about 10 cups. Now close it and pressure cook on high for 50 minutes. Okay guys, so now of course our meal needs some delicious homemade tortillas. So for this one, I'm going to be making a blend of corn and flour tortillas. So to our bowl, add 1 cup of corn masa, 1 cup of flour, going to season with 1/2 teaspoon of salt, add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now just mix it in with your clean hand. And to that, we're going to be adding 1 tablespoon of shortening, or you can use lard, butter, or oil, but just crumble it in with the mixture. Okay, make sure that everything is nice and crumbled together. And once we have that, now slowly we're going to be pouring our hot water. Just make sure that there's no dry spots. Okay, that was 1 cup. Now we're going to add more if he needs it. Here's some more dry spots, so add a little bit of water. And you want your dough to feel nice and hydrated, but not sticky. And if you're scared to add too much water, just wet your hand a little and just allow it to do its thing, just like that. But once our dough is nice and hydrated, now we're just going to knead it for a couple minutes, just until we have our dough nice and soft. You're going to know that it's ready once it sticks to your hand. Okay, so now just shape it into a ball, just like that. Going to cover it with a damp kitchen towel and allow it to rest. Meanwhile, we can prepare our chiles for our rajas con queso. Alright, so we're going to be roasting our chile poblanos. And you want your chile poblanos to be a good size, but because I only had little ones, I'm going to be also adding some hash peppers. But we're just going to be roasting them all around. Okay, so once our chiles are nice and roasted all around, we're just going to transfer them to our container or Ziploc bag. Just make sure to completely cover them so like that they can sweat and it's easy to peeling. And now we're just going to roast our 3 Roma tomatoes, 1/4 of an onion, chiles serranos or jalapenos, depending on how spicy you want your salsa, then it depends on how many you're going to use. It's going to allow them to get nice and charred all around. Once our tomatoes, onion, and peppers are nice and charred, we're just going to transfer them to the blender cup. So now we can get ready to make our salsa. Okay, to the blender cup, you also want to add 2 garlic cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin, chicken bouillon, or salt to taste. We're going to be blending with 1/4 of a cup of water. And now just blend it into smooth. Okay, and once we have our salsa, we're going to set it to the side so we can peel our poblano peppers. And so for our peppers, we're just going to peel them. And here you also want to remove the stem. Okay, now cut them open, remove the seeds. And now begin to cut them in strips. And then in half. Just like that. And we repeat with all of our chiles. Alright guys, so once we have our rajas, we can now get ready to put it all together. So to our pan over medium heat, going to heat up a little bit of oil. Okay, once the oil is nice and hot, we're going to add 1/2 onion. Just cut into strips. Just just going to mix it and allow it to cook for a couple minutes. Okay, after a couple minutes, we're going to add our rajas. And here I like to season it with a little salt. And I just mix it and allow it to continue cooking for another 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so after a couple minutes, we're going to add our salsa. And here I like to add a little bit more water to my blender cup. Make sure we get all of it. And I'll just mix it and bring it to a simmer. Okay, so once it comes to a simmer, taste it for salt and see if you need to adjust it. But now we're just going to allow it to continue simmering for another 3 minutes. Okay, after 3 minutes, the sauce should have reduced. So this is what it should look like. So here we're going to get ready to add our cheese. And I just cut into cubes. So just add it in there. And I'm just going to turn it off here. I just cover it and allow the cheese to melt. And now we're just going to set it to the side so we can make our tortillas. Okay, now to make our mezcladitas, I'm going to be using my tortilla press. And I just like to use a Ziploc bag, just cut it in half. Now just divide your dough into even balls. And if you have a scale, you can use it and make sure that they weigh 50 grams. Now just place it in the center, cover with the other piece of Ziploc bag. Make sure that it is not wrinkled. And now just press it. Shake your press so that it's nice and even. Just like that. Okay, so once we have it, now we're going to take it on our hot comal and allow it to cook. All right, so now we're just going to get a tortilla out of our plastic wrap. And just be careful and just try to do it as fast as you can. Place it on your hot comal. And allow it to cook for 25 seconds. After 25 seconds, flip it over. Allow that side to cook for 30 seconds. Okay, and after 30 seconds, flip it over one last time. You can press the center and just allow it to puff. Just like that. And once we have our tortilla, we transfer it to our kitchen towel. And we repeat the process with the rest of our tortillas. All right guys, and once we have our tortillas, we can now get ready to serve our delicious rajas con queso. So we're going to begin by getting our beans. Okay, I'm gonna get some of the broth. And now we can get our rajas. And of course, you can always serve it with some egg. But just like that, we can now get ready to enjoy. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part, the taste test. Now let me tell you guys that I hope you give this recipe a try. This is seriously super easy to make. It's so comforting, it's so delicious, and I promise you, everyone's going to enjoy it. So I also ready, going to get my tortilla. Of course, add my beans. And this is perfect for, you know, your Sunday breakfast. Add a few eggs, and let me tell you, the rajas. Rajas are always my favorite, and I made them with flautas, with tamales. It's honestly, can never go wrong with them. So, hope you give this recipe a try and enjoy it just as much. Cheers and enjoy. This right here, it's seriously the best comforting meal. So delicious. Always takes me back to my childhood. And of course the tortillas, you know, they taste like tortillas de harina, but they also taste like corn tortillas. It's just like the best combination of both worlds. So good. Alrighty guys, and there you have it on how I make super easy and delicious rajas con queso y frijoles de la olla. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and if you get this recipe, please don't forget to tag me on any of my social medias, And if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button so you guys keep part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.